The tactical shooter is a genre that has certainly gotten better with age. Even though the number of true tactical shooters on the market is limited to just a handful of series, modern technology has certainly been kind to the games. Even so, there were some solid tactical shooters released last generation, and the game I have today is one of them. It took an interesting, dark time period in the Middle East and created a squad-based shooter, but is it worth playing? Well, let's find out. This is Conflict Desert Storm 2 Back to Baghdad for the original Xbox. A sequel to the first game in the series, Back to Baghdad puts you in control of 4 soldiers at once to fight against the Iraqi regime during the Gulf War. The entire game seems much more comfortable with missions that are actually possible for a group of soldiers so small than most other shooters, but I wish the presentation was a little bit better. Even though they were basing this game on a real conflict, I couldn't help but feel that the cutscenes and dialogue between characters were just plain boring. The developers do have the artistic freedom to give the characters some, well, character, and this would have been welcome here. Gameplay in Conflict Desert Storm 2 is also a little bit different than some other tactical shooters. Instead of controlling one character and giving orders to everyone else, you can switch between anyone in your squad at any time. As each squad member has different equipment, this can come in handy, especially when facing larger groups of enemies. In addition, if one soldier goes down, control automatically switches to someone else, and it's then up to you to get to that dying squad mate and give him a health pack. What all of this really means for gameplay is that the game can be played at whatever pace you want it to, and this should usually be fairly slow, as enemy ambushes are common. Some objectives also allow you to take your time as you make your way to the end. Although Back to Baghdad does feature some excellent ideas with squad mechanics, as a shooter, it really isn't up to par. The game pretty much locks your cursor onto a target, so all you have to do is pull the trigger, and instead of giving you the option to aim down the sights or steady your weapon, holding in the right stick just makes your character disappear and gives you a reticle that's exactly the same as before. Hit detection's also not that great, and allied AI, even with the solid squad mechanics and commands, are pretty much brain dead without you telling them what to do. I left a room at one point, only to come back to see my 3 squad mates getting shot point blank and doing nothing to stop it. It can start to feel like babysitting. Enemies also flood out of buildings at these predetermined points that can really start to get on your nerves. For a fairly early Xbox title, Conflict Desert Storm 2 is a fairly sharp-looking game. Draw distance is impressive and character models also look decent, but some weapons do show the game's age. Sound is also nothing special, with pretty bland performances for each character. Although Conflict Desert Storm 2 Back to Baghdad does a lot of things right, its shooting mechanics and AI problems can make it a frustrating experience. If you do go ahead and play this, I'd recommend having a friend go through it with you to at least take one AI out of the equation.